guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Leigh and today I'm going to be showing you this makeup look. I was really inspired by this girl that I follow on Instagram. Her name is Emreezy and she is just so to die. I love all of her makeup looks and I always find such great inspiration from her. She had a makeup look on the other week and it was a really smoked out wing liner, and I thought I really want to give it a go and I really want to see what my take is on that makeup look. I do a lot of wing liner, especially when I am going out on a Saturday night, and I thought that this could be a really cool way to create a different look, still having a wing but having that really dramatic, sexy, smoked out, sultry wing liner. I have to say it was so easy to do. It was really effective, and had I not have seen a photo, I probably would never have been game enough to sort of try something like that because I thought that maybe it might have been too much. But realizing how easy it is and how effective it can look, especially for a nighttime glam, I really wanted to share that with you guys, and I really wanted to show you I'm just learning too, and I like to try new and different things also. But too, not to mention, I really wanted to create this makeup look using the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette. A lot of people are receiving their new upgraded version, and I have to say I do have the old eyeshadow palette. I mean, mine's very beat up because I do use it a whole lot, but I never really had a problem with it. I found that the eyeshadows always blended out so nicely. They were so easy to apply. Maybe I was just one of the lucky ones who happened to get the good palette. I did see quite a lot of palettes that were not very nice and a lot of not nice reviews, but since they have re-released it, I wanted to create a look, if you were thinking about wanting to buy it, different looks that you can create by using it so you can get more bang for your buck. So if you want to learn how I created this makeup look, please just keep on watching. So I'm going to be taking my concealer. I'm going to be using Born This Way, the Natural Radiant Concealer in the shade Very Fair, using my Napoleon BR17 brush and just carving out my under eye area and using whatever's left on there to blend out my eyelid. I find sometimes as I'm getting older, I'm starting to get a little bit of veins in those areas, and I just like to be able to cover those up. Then to set that lid area, I'm going to be using the Australis Fresh and Flawless Pressed Powder. I like to use the shade Medium Tan because it is closest. Like I mentioned, I'm going to be using the Rose Gold Huda Beauty palette. This is the old version. They're pretty much exactly the same. The only difference that I can tell is that the shimmer shades are in different positions on the palette, but they all look pretty much exactly the same. It's just a slightly different formula. So the first shade that I'm going to be taking today is the shade Sky, and I'm just going to be taking that on my Napoleon brush. It's just like a fluffy brush. So I'm just going to load my brush up with that color, just slightly buff that into the crease. I'm also going to start to overextend the eyeshadow because we are going to do a smoked out wing. So we really want to drag that color over, and it's okay if it goes like on your cheekbone or whatever, because like what I normally do, I really enjoy to clean up that area. A makeup wipe, better if you blend it out over that direction so you get that full coverage on that color, like that full color on that area. I literally just lost every single bit of that end color there. Aww. Then with my Morphe M517 brush, I'm going to be taking the shade Henna. Now this is a deeper shade, but I really want to just slightly warm that crease area up a little bit, just to give it that little bit of depth. My BR19 brush and then going in with the shade Cocoa. I'm just going to be doing this on the outer edges of my eye just to give it that cat-like effect. Making sure that you're dragging the color right across again like you did with the crease shade, and then slightly dragging that shade down to the lash line to have the illusion. The lash line is a lot thicker. Going back in with your fluffy brush and blending those two together. and repeating the same steps on the other side. Now that that is done, I'm going to go in with my finger and I'm just going to use the shade. So I'm going to just mix my finger into Trust Fund and Rose Gold to sort of give it that real goldy rose gold look to it. I don't know what is wrong with my throat today, I can't speak. I'm just going to pop that in the center of my eye and just start to wipe that on. Once you're sort of happy with what's going on with the lid, I'm just going to go back in and buff that into the shades together. Why is it that whenever you're looking for a eyeliner, they always go missing? It's so annoying. Now that we've done that top eyeshadow, I'm going to go in and I'm going to start to align my lid. What I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up around my eyes after I do my wing liner, because this is just really a guide. We're going to smolder it out, so we're not going to really go in and do like that whole down and around. So anyway, I'll show you. Grabbing your liquid liner, your preferred one. I love the Tattoo Liner by Kat Von D. This is in Trooper. And I'm going to really overextend this lash line. Just going from the corner of my eye and extending out to the end of my eyebrow. I'm not too worried about that top line being perfect, but I really want this actual wing to look quite dramatic. So I'm not really going to worry too much about filling it in, because we're going to use some black eyeshadow just to sort of smudge that out a little bit more. The best thing about this is that if you do muck up your wing liner a little bit, it doesn't matter, because you're going to be cleaning it up with your makeup remover anyway. So now that we've done that, I'm going to take a flat brush. This one is from Napoleon. This is the BR7. I really like this one for blending out your wing liner to make it look a little bit more smoky rather than looking so clean. And I'm going to go back in with the Huda Beauty palette and I'm going to take the shade Black Truffle. This is the best black eyeshadow in all eyeshadow palettes, so I'm really grateful for this one to be able to blend out my wing liner, because it just makes it so easy. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit on the brush and just start smoking it out on the lid over the top of what we've just done. And kind of just dragging whatever's left over to the edge of the lash line. See how that just really thickens up that eye area and just smokes it out and makes it look a lot more intense. I love doing this look for a really dramatic makeup look. That just takes it really from a 8 to a 10 of dramatic, I tell ya. So this foundation that I've applied is the Born This Way foundation. So I like to evenly distribute the foundation on my face, and then with my damp beauty blender I like to just start to buff that in. I feel like it just makes sure that everything's evenly consistent. Oh my god, I forgot how much I love this foundation. Wow. So that is one layer of coverage. I feel like that's pretty good, but if you are someone who is breaking out like myself, I might just squeeze just the tiniest little bit onto my sponge and just go over some areas where I need that little bit of extra coverage. Otherwise, I forgot how well this foundation covered, because you really don't need to use a lot. It just makes your skin look flawless. Okay, so now that that foundation is done, I'm going to go in and conceal my under eye area. So again, I'm going to go in with my Born This Way concealer in the shade Very Fair and just start to do my under eye area. And then again, blending that out with my damp beauty blender. Then to set, I'm going to take my Australis banana powder and just set those under eye. Then the rest of the face, I'm going to take again the Australis Fresh and Flawless in the shade Medium Tan. To contour my cheekbones, I'm going to take my Rimmel Kate in the middle shade just here. I really like this one for more of a natural sort of contour, even though we're doing a strong eye. So I'm going to take my NARS Kabuki brush and just slowly start to carve those cheeks out. Then for blush in the same palette, I'm going to take this pink shade. It doesn't actually say the color of it, but it is the blush color. So to highlight, I'm going to take the same highlighter from that contour palette again. This is the Rimmel Kate London. This is the Rimmel Kate Moss collection. I wanted to use that Rimmel palette to show that I do actually use drugstore products. I'm not that much of a snob. So I'm going to go back in with this palette and take my BR12 brush and go in with the shade Cocoa and run along my lower lash line just to sort of smoke that right out. Then just to soften those edges up, I'm going to get the shade Sandalwood, which is the lightest brown shade in the palette, and just buff underneath just to sort of soften that area up a little bit. And then firstly, I'm going to brush out my eyelash extensions just to make sure that they look all nice and neat. And taking my Revlon Ultra Volume Mascara and coating those lower lash lines just to sort of make them look a little bit fluffier and blacker. Pop onto your mascara. I'm like digging this look. Now to finish off this look, I have 3 different colors that I have pulled that I thought would look really good with this. I've got Bow and Arrow by Kat Von D. I've also got Requiem by Kat Von D and a nude from Pure Hollywood. I think I'm gonna go with the nude because let's be honest, like I probably would never pair a bold eye with a brown lip, so I'm going to go in with what I would do normally. So I'm just going to line my lips with the Lasting Finish Rimmel London in the shade 109 Natural, just all over my lips and overlining. So today I'm going to be going in with the Pure Hollywood Liquid Lip by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This liquid lip is really good, especially if you're wanting to go for a nude lip but with a little bit of color. This isn't a typical nude, it's more of a pinky nude, so you know, if you're not wanting it to be too flat, this is a good one to do. And then to set this look, I'm going to be using the Insta-Fix and Glow 2-in-1 setting spray from Rimmel. Okay guys, and that comes to the end of this makeup tutorial. I hope that you guys enjoyed this different makeup look, and please let me know down below if this is something that you would recreate yourself or something that you guys would like to see. I love it when you guys send me requests on doing different makeup looks because as a creative I am just like you guys, but sometimes I lack motivation and I lack inspiration. So by you guys sending me ideas, it's a great way for me to try things that maybe I haven't thought of. But if you enjoyed this makeup look and you were thinking about getting the Rose Gold Huda Beauty palette, please let me know down below in the comments. I would love to hear from you guys and know what your thoughts and what your opinions are on it. And if you are not subscribed to my online family, please make sure you do. The subscription button is right down below, and right next door to that is the red bell button where you can be notified every single time I upload a video. Also, all my socials will be listed down below that you can come past and say hello to me over there. But until next time guys, I will see you all in my next video. Bye!